Good evening, it's meteorologist Michael Fecca. Welcome back to the 9 p.m. all-weather, all-stream show that we do here every night during the workdays and on weekends. We stream it out to all of our streaming platforms as well as to Facebook Live. So if you are joining us to Facebook or even YouTube Live, feel free to leave a comment or a question as I go through the forecast here. Hopefully I'll be able to answer them. If not, I'll go through at the very end and see if I can answer anything individually for you. But let's get started here. We'll start right out the gate with what we had moved through earlier today. Again, we didn't actually receive any severe thunderstorm warnings earlier this afternoon. We had several downpours develop through the afternoon and just enough rotation on the base of some of those downpours that they produced cold air funnels. Now, two of which actually did get observed reaching the ground. One got a tornado warning, and that was the one that moved through Spencer County. That was for a funnel that was spotted near Chrisney. And then we had another cold air funnel that actually briefly touched the ground in Davis County in Owensboro, and that actually did cause at least some minor damage. There's a lot of tree damage, at least, that I saw from the parking lot that potential tornado or funnel moved through. But here's a look at some of the viewer pictures submitted to us from some of those cold air funnels. This was taken by Jelena. This is a possible funnel near Frederica. She was looking towards Owensboro there, and you can see just that little tiny downward triangle there that indicates that funnel. And again, these are different from tornadoes. Tornadoes, a different setup there. Kind of the whole storm is going to be rotating, whereas for cold air funnels, you have this upper level low sitting overhead, and there is still some rotation, but it's very broad, and there isn't a whole lot of an updraft to really stretch that vorticity to the ground. So sometimes you just end up getting those little eddy funnels on the bottom of those storms, and they very rarely ever reach the ground, but in this case they did end up reaching the ground, and it did cause some minor damage. Here's some tree damage and even some pots and plants blown around from Owensboro there. But here's just a little quick explainer on cold air funnels, and then I'll get into the forecast and what we can expect for the rest of the night tonight. So we had that broad rotation up aloft, and then we had that slight updraft from any downpour or storm. We actually didn't even get any lightning today. It was all just heavy rain, and then that was just enough to create a little bit of a vorticity there. But here's a look at what we're dealing with right now. Our radar, we've got this frontal boundary that's still draped across the tri-state there, but we've got this area of low pressure now that is beginning to kind of wound itself up and push through the tri-state. So we had some showers and storms earlier in the afternoon. Now we're looking at potentially a few more showers and storms sweeping through over the next several hours into the overnight. And this is where we could still catch a warning or two. Again, we remain on alert through the overnight hours. We still have that level 1 marginal risk for severe storms. Primary hazards would just be downpours and some damaging wind gusts. But again, you can't rule out that chance for even a brief, weak spin-up tornado. So it's still possible tonight. I don't think you guys need to stay awake in preparation for anything bad to happen tonight. I think you can go to bed just like you would any normal night, but I would make sure that you at least have your notifications turned on and that 14 First Alert weather app notification turned on in case you are placed under a warning tonight. So again, not expecting warnings to be a commonality here. You may catch one or two, but I'm not expecting anything other than that. So don't think it's going to be something you really need to stress about overnight tonight. But again, here's a look at some of those showers, some of those heavier showers right now. They don't even really have lightning with them, but they're racing southeastward, and it looks like they'll at least graze portions of the tri-state, especially southern Illinois and far western Kentucky, possibly even grazing southern Indiana there over the next couple of hours. So if our next best chance to see any warnings would be with those showers moving through. But again, we'll remain on alert overnight. There's that level 1 marginal risk. So you can see it's a very small area. It pretty much just highlights the tri-state there with that potential for gusty winds or even a brief spin up. But Looking at our future radar here, here's what we can expect through the next several hours. Again, those showers that are moving into southern Illinois right now, they are still expected to weaken, but as they weaken, they are going to be crossing through the tri-state there. So we'll still hear some heavy downpours, and again, maybe catch a warning in there, but again, not expecting it to be widespread or anything that you need to lie awake waiting for. But tonight, with storms lingering overnight, temperatures drop down into the mid to upper 60s, and then as we get into tomorrow, we'll actually have a drier day. We'll start off with some clouds, maybe a lingering shower, but we should be drying and clearing as we go through the day on Sunday before another cold front moves in Sunday night and into Monday. That'll bring us another round of some showers and thunderstorms. Again, we have that marginal risk for that time frame, so an isolated severe storm can't be ruled out, but widespread severe weather is not expected. But looking at our storm chances here through the next 7-day period, once we clear out of that cold front Sunday night into Monday, we will have high pressure build in through Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, and into the first part of Thursday. And then it looks like some showers and thunderstorms return for the end of next week. So let me go ahead and time everything out for our Sunday here. So this is Sunday night. So going through the entire day on Sunday, we're really not going to have many issues. Again, we're going to have decreasing cloud cover, maybe a few lingering showers in the morning, but overall, tomorrow will be the better day of the weekend. But then as we progress into Sunday evening, we have that cold front slide through, and then we have that chance for maybe a spot shower or a thunderstorm to line up along the leading edge of that front, and then that kicks out of here by Monday afternoon. So there's a look at our threat levels. Again, this is overnight Sunday and into Monday morning, and then here's Monday afternoon. So again, we're still just caught in these very fringe marginal risks. So most of the action we see will be non-severe, but you can't rule out that chance for a stray warning or two. But looking at our longer range models here on the European model, talked about a little bit of a dry period there Tuesday through Thursday, and here's what we're looking at. High pressure builds in right over top of the area, and that is going to keep us nice and quiet and tranquil. We'll have some clouds work their way back in for Thursday, and then showers eventually to follow as we get into Friday, lingering into next weekend. At this point in time, it doesn't look like anything severe for the end of next week, but of course that is quite a while away, and we'll have to fine-tune those details as we get closer. Let me go ahead and take some time here to look at the comments and answer any questions for you. So let's see, we've got a couple of people in the comments today. We've got Nancy, Chris, they're all saying good evening. Same thing to Justin, good evening to you. Laura, she is watching from Dawson Springs. Lenny Howard, he's giving us a thumbs up. And Justin appreciates the explanation of cold air funnels. And it looks like Teresa is viewing us from South Carolina. So welcome, Teresa. Oh, okay, Austin here. He's got a report kind of for us. He was actually in the target in Owensboro when that cold air funnel touched down, and it did shake the roof of the target that he was in. But I'm glad you're okay, Austin. Sari is frustrated with the less than perfect weekend weather every weekend. Yeah, that happens. Unfortunately, sometimes you just get several weekends in a row where the weather isn't as great. But, you know, it could be worse. At least tomorrow is looking more on the drier side. And then Jennifer just asked if the storms to our west look concerning. So let me go ahead and check that out for you, Jen. Let me go back to our radar and take a look at what those storms are doing here. So right now across the tri-state, again, generally dry. We're now starting to see some of those heavier showers push through southern Illinois, and then off to our west. That's where I believe Jennifer was talking about the storms to our west there. Yeah, there are some downpours, but they're not even really thunderstorms, so I can't really say that they're concerning here. And, you know, as they swing through, again, there is that chance that maybe they prompt a warning or two, but again, I'm not expecting anything widespread or overly concerning with these thunderstorms or showers at this point. There's no lightning with them. I just have to call them downpours right now. But they could produce some lightning, and again, maybe a stray warning. But I think everybody can sleep peacefully tonight. Just have a way to receive a warning if you are placed under one. So that is all I've got here for the stream. So I'm going to hop off here and I'll send you guys over to 14 News at 10 for all the latest news and weather headlines. Until then, everybody, have a great rest of your night. Stay safe and make sure you have a way to receive any warnings if you are placed under one.